Hi guys, today I'm going to be creating a look with my first No Pan Left Behind eyeshadow palette. That's right, I'm starting a new series on my channel of No Pan Left Behind, and I've got the very first eyeshadow palette that I'm working on for that series. I'm going to be doing a No Pan Left Behind project pan here on my channel this year. It is my very first time to participate and I'm really excited. I actually saw this idea for the very first time on It's Just Steph's channel. So yeah, I'm really excited to join in. I watched her whole progress all last year and really enjoyed the series from her. And I thought it'd be a great way for me to get some use out of my eyeshadow palettes, especially because, let me show you first, hold on. Let me show you what palette it is. I haven't even said, I got too excited. Let me. The eyeshadow palette that I'm talking about today is this palette here from Pat McGrath. Is this the Subversive? Yeah. This is the Subversive palette. Talking about the Subversive palette from Pat McGrath. And the thing about me specifically with my eyeshadow palettes is that although I do use, sorry if you heard my dog snoring right behind you. Anyhow, although I do love color and I do use color, there's often times that like maybe I won't dip into a shade in the palette like ever. And I just kind of use the same shades over and over again. And I feel like I want to focus on specifically each palette with the No Pan Left Behind project pan focus, so that I'm trying to get this out of the light. I want to do this palette as my first No Pan Left Behind project pan palette focus, and that's so that I can really just get a good feel for each of the shades, how they work together, how they perform individually, etc., and just get to know each of my palettes on a more intimate basis. So yeah, I'm going to be tracking how I feel about each of the shades. I'm going to share all of these things in updates. I am going to be uploading a No Pan Left Behind Pick My Palettes video. So spoiler, this is the first one. All right. Today I'm going to create an eye look so that I can get a bunch of filming done today. I'm really looking forward to getting to film today. I have been sick and I feel like I'm super behind on all of the end of the year wrap-up videos, as well as some of the start of the year videos. So I have so much that I want to film for you. And yeah, I just want to get that going. But first, let me get my eyeshadow primer on, and then we'll get into the look. Just starting off with my MAC paint pot as per usual. I am currently still using the shade Painterly. Eyes are primed. I'm ready to get started. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is how I kind of feel like my makeup style's changing a little bit. If you've noticed in the past year or two, my makeup style has been kind of dramatic. I had really gotten into dramatic eyeshadow because I had recently just started playing with eyeshadow, and I was just having a lot of fun exploring that. But I'm going to start off with this brown matte here, and I'm trying to go really lightly in the crease. Good luck. Okay, make sure I'm not going to set any creases. Just got everything all patted out. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I have a tendency to pick and choose my favorite shades within a palette, and then I'll just kind of gravitate towards those same shades over and over again. And sometimes in a palette, I'll never touch a shade. Like there's been palettes that I own now for over 2 years, and I still have shades in those palettes that I've never touched. But like some of the shades have some pretty good, you know, some pretty good use showing in them. But other shades in a palette will literally look completely brand new. Like I haven't even swatched them or anything. If you're new here, let me just share. I have a tendency to not really swatch my palettes, so that's not unusual for me. But like I have swatched a few of my palettes, but it's not like my regular thing that I do. Anyway, yeah, but one of the things that I have been kind of noticing that I have been noticing about myself in, I would say, recent weeks, like the last maybe 6 to 8 weeks, is that I really have been gravitating more towards like neutral looks again, and not quite so dramatic and intense the way I had kind of gotten into. But I just wanted to say that in this, at least within like the next several months, you know, or at least until my preferences change again or whatever, for the next several months, I plan on, you know, focusing any of the looks that I share to be a lot more like wearable looks, maybe not quite as dramatic. So let me know if that's going to make you sad. Like, let me know if you enjoy the dramatic looks from me, because I do still, like, I will still happily create dramatic looks for you. But like, I just feel like the trends have been more towards simple, more wearable, less dramatic, less creative looks, and more like everyday run-of-the-mill kinds of placements and color combinations kind of thing, and just softer glam vibes. So let me know if you're gonna miss my dramatic looks, because if that's the case, I would happily continue to incorporate them into some of the videos that I'm sharing with you. But for the time being, the direction that I think I'm heading in is just like softer looks. And today's crease is a prime example of that. So you'll be seeing me doing a lot more blending and just a little bit less detailed edges compared to how I've been preferring over the last couple of years. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on, you know, how those looks come out, and let me know if that's a good idea or not. Okay, so I feel like I've got the crease ready to go, and in this particular palette, okay, I don't think it's fair. This is not no pan left behind, because I've used every single eyeshadow in this palette already. So there are no pans that have been left behind. Anyway, okay, I want to use some of these fun colors, and I think I'm going to dip into the purple a little bit. But I do want to try to keep this look a little bit more wearable, although I do want to play with a lot of the fun colors. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to take some of this purple shade here. I'm a little afraid. I hope I don't ruin the look, because I don't know how to do colorful looks without them being super dramatic. So this will be a testament to my level of skill and creativity and abilities to see whether or not I can still create pretty looks that are colorful but more soft and demure. So I'm going to take this purple and just start to place it out here. Even though it is a satin and it's got some sheen, I want to create a little bit of a purple smokiness here. And I'm not going to take it too far over, because I don't want to make it too intense, but I do like the way that looks. It looks really pretty. I think the trick is you know, to not have these dramatic colors get out of control, especially with my particular eyes, or possibly for your eyes too. Like, I have really small eyes, but they're also hooded. So I have hooded eyes and they're small. So I have noticed that it is just easier for me to get a less crazy a less crazy result, a less crazy turnout if I start off with smaller brushes. So that was why I went through last year and decluttered a bunch of makeup brushes, because I really just wanted to have my smaller, more detailed brushes in front of me so that I can make it a point to use those and see if that would help improve my looks. And I feel like it has. I feel like it's made an improvement in how my looks are turning out. So yeah, let's just see what I can do here, because I really have no idea what direction I'm going. I know that I want to use that really crazy, I can't remember the name of this shade right here, but I know that I want to use this really crazy like gold to green shade, and I've never actually paired it with this purple. So today that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to take the same brush and go into this darker brown satiny color, and I'm going to use that color there to just kind of tone down the outer corner of the purple and just make it a little bit more smoky instead of so bright. Ooh, those colors blended really beautifully. I hope you can see the effect. Yeah, and so I've been trying to be more mindful about my placement, like not getting so far up into my actual crease with some of the deeper, darker colors, just so that I can keep the looks from being so incredibly dramatic, but still use the very dramatic colors. So that's kind of what I've been like trying to work on and practice. And you can let me know if I pull that off today, okay? All right. I like the way that looks, even though I've got a bit of a sheen in my crease, and that's not usually like, you know, the ideal move. All right. From there, before I go into the really fun colors, let me just finish working on this outer edge. I'm going to take this Hakuhodo brush. Sadly, I don't think they make this brush anymore, but I'm going to use this particular brush here. I'm going to use this brush with the black eyeshadow here. This is a black matte, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this and tap it off. And I'm going to go into the very, very outer edge, because I just want to kind of like reduce some of the shimmer sheen kind of vibe that's in the very, very outer corner. I want to just kind of smoke out that outer edge a little bit. Love the way that is looking. Oh my gosh. And I'm barely touching my eye with the brush, because I don't want the pigment to get too out of control. And I also am trying really hard to avoid fallout, because I've already got my base done. Okay. So I think I've got the outline the way that I like it. So next, I'm going to take this BK Beauty brush into the highlight shade here in the corner, so that I can just add a little bit of brightness and shimmer here to kind of lift my brow visually a little bit. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing, you know, a panning project to where I am using every shade in the palette and reporting back. So I'll be tracking my usage and stuff like that, which I think will be really fun to just kind of keep up with it and see you know, just how I end up feeling about my palettes after I've gotten to know them in that manner. And I do plan on sharing looks in the updates, so hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do that. All right. Now I want to get into the really fun part, and I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue because I haven't been using it very much lately and I kind of miss it. I'm going to put it here on this brush. Just kind of spread it out over the edge. All right. Now I'm going to go in with this green shade, and I'm a little afraid, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to use this. No, I'm going to use the same brush because it's already got the glue on it. And I feel like not only will it pick up product, but it'll help stick it down easily. Oh my God, look at that shade. Holy moly. Didn't I just say I was going to be doing like super dramatic looks? I was going to try to keep them wearable. But I did also say that I wanted to play with this crazy color. Okay, so it might have been more cool to switch the placement and do that like green-black color, this like goldy color, whatever, on the outer lid, but I don't know, I wanted it to be on the inside. So now I'm gonna go try to replicate that on the other eye. Okay, what do we think about that? I hope you can see the effect on the eye, but I think that looks really cool. I do though want to take a little bit of this fun pink shade here, and I'm going to try to place that with my finger over, let's just put it here in the middle and see what happens. Oh, no, I'm going to put it all over the greeny gold because I feel like the greeny gold is too dark to be on the inside. Ooh, look at the effect that that gave. The way that those two shades mixed together. I've literally never mixed those shades together, and I am so here for it. So yeah, that's kind of like my point of why I want to do no pan left behind with my palettes, is because I feel like I haven't really explored all of the depths that my palettes can do. Like I haven't, for example, mixed shades like this, and you know, in some palettes I haven't even used all of the shades. So I just feel like it'll give me an opportunity to just get really creative with my makeup. Let me go get something to wipe my hands. Okay. All right, wow, I literally am in love with the way these shades mixed together. I never ever considered mixing that green gold shade. What I did was I stacked these two. I stacked these two right here, and you can kind of see it on the eye. So I feel like that's a really, really fun way to play with this palette. I've never done that before. I'm gonna take this little detailed pencil brush into, I'm going to use the highlight shade in the inner corner. I just feel like that one's going to be the brightest one. And I just need to brighten up where I got a little bit of that darkness poking out. I hope you can see that. All right. So wow, that really made the look go super grungy, and I don't know why I didn't anticipate that I could make this palette look super grungy without focusing on the grungy green. I mean, I did, but I tamped it down. I don't know what I'm saying, but I love the look. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me do the lower lash line now. And I'm going to use my new favorite lower lash line brush, which is this one here from Singe Beauty. This is the particular number that I love for the lower lash line. It might be fun to start off with the purple. So let's start off with this purple. I'm going to do that here so that I have kind of the brightest part there on the inner corner, like the inner portion of the lower lash line. I am tapping off because I don't want to get any fallout. Like I mentioned, I've already got my base done. But I'm going to just put that there on the front half. And then I'm going to go into this like brownie satin here and close out the back. And actually, I'm also going to take a little bit of this black sparkly one on my lower lash line here in the back edge. Super pretty. And then a little bit on the top corner, just the slightest little bit to kind of like close off that open edge. Wow. Okay, so that's the look. Let's count how many shades we used. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Did I seriously? Oh, there's only 2 shades that I didn't use. I didn't use this really beautiful purpley one and this bright white one. So let's, for fun, let's see what this purpley one will do. Oof. Adding it to this outer, yeah, this outer edge here. Oh my gosh. Did you see how fun that turned it? That did give it like a fun blue shift. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get the placement the same on the other side, which will be hard because I have fat fingers. But I did get it up a little bit in the crease on the other side, and I do like the way that looks, so I'm gonna replicate that here again. Just love the mixture. I love the mixture of those shades right there. I just think that's so fun. It literally looks like a party on my eyeballs. Okay, I'm just gonna take this little blender and just kind of like blend those together so that there's not like a harsh line of the colors. Now it kind of looks like a carnival kaleidoscope on my eyes. And I really love it. Have I used every shade? Okay, so the last shade for me to use in this palette, wow, I'm actually using this eyeshadow palette, No Pan Left Behind style today. So yeah, this actually was my first No Pan Left Behind focused palette. And let's just see. I want to be more deliberate in my placement. So I'm going to pick this up and then spray my brush. All right, let's just see. I'm going to put this on the intersection to brighten it up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Oh my God. I love this palette so much. Wow. Yeah, that is just magnificent. Are you seeing the way each of those shades just combined so beautifully? I've officially used every single shade in this eyeshadow palette for a No Pan Left Behind eyeshadow look. To start my project pan off with, the right vibes. So I think that's kind of fun. I wasn't planning on using every single shade today in this palette, but that worked out great. So now I'm rolling out one eyeshadow palette already from my No Pan Left Behind project, and I'm going to be selecting the next 4 palettes that I want to focus on with you. So yeah, in the first update, I'll have 5 palettes that I'm going to share an update with, but we're only going to be picking 4 because I just did this first one with you today. So yeah, okay. Now I'm going to take a moment to put on some eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Okay, friends, here's the finished look. For my first No Pan Left Behind eyeshadow look of the year, featuring my Pat McGrath Subversive palette, we did use every shade as you saw, and I really love the way it turned out. So let me give you a close-up of the eyes. Let me know what you think. I really love the look. I loved it so much that I didn't even want to add any wing or anything because I didn't want to take away from the visibility of the sparkly eyeshadow. I absolutely love the way the look turned out. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed creating this look, and I look forward to doing a lot more No Pan Left Behind style eyeshadow looks. I won't always use every single pan in the palette at one time to create a look. So sometimes it'll be, you know, like a few looks before I'm able to roll out a palette, but I am going to be keeping track of all of that in a fun little I'm going to be keeping track of all of that and doing fun little updates. So I'll be sharing an actual intro to the project video. This isn't it. This is just an informal little FYI. But yeah, so I really want to know what your thoughts are on this look. Let me know what you think down below. Yeah, and I also want to know what your thoughts are on the No Pan Left Behind project. Let me know if you've heard of that or if you've ever participated in anything like that. And if that sounds interesting to you to watch from my channel or not. So I hope it does. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see additional content from me in the future, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.